Welcome back to Face Off. I'm glad you could join us again, or if you just tuned to us here on Channels Television, we're discussing giving emergency powers to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to do certain things without, I don't know if that proposal includes without recourse to the law. But there's a speculation out there that the President may be presenting a bill to the National Assembly seeking for emergency powers to quickly get things done as far as the economic reviving the economy is concerned, and he wants this for just a period of 1 year. To my right, I have...
Olu, I was quickly.
I wanted to tell the viewers who you are.
You have introduced us.
For those who are joining us.
Olu, quickly.
Okay, please just put a name on him.
Olu, quickly. First and foremost, we talked so much about registering a business in Nigeria. You don't need laws. You don't need to suspend any laws for the Corporate Affairs Commission to streamline the process of registering a business. You don't need to suspend any law to streamline your importation processes. Do you know that in Nigeria, for you to import any product, you need about 21 signatures from about 11 agencies. For you to export, you need about 32 signatures from 16 agencies, all at the port, move from table to table. And with the bureaucratic bottlenecks in the administration of the administrative processes in Nigeria, all this you don't need suspension of laws to amend. What Nigerians are saying, and what I am saying here is, to whom much is given, much is expected. When you fix all of this that do not need the suspension of any laws, then we can now begin to say, we have seen how far you have gone with the economy. But you close your eyes to all of those ones, and then you bring a blanket suggestion, recommendation. Thank God they are denying it, because they know that it will not fly. You say, no, grant me power. Even like I told you, in case he doesn't know, even the Procurement Act that we're talking about now, it has been amended to even extend powers. So in the place of 15% mobilization, you can give 25. But the processes, because we saw how some of these processes have been abused in the past. You can say the president is a good man, but there are people that are working under him that you also cannot vouch for. And so we saw what happened to the budget. Till today, somebody is saying it was padded, another person is saying it wasn't padded. Some persons have said padding is not an offense. And so who do you now blame? Okay, in the event that you open all your flank and say, look, have your way.
Let me allow Honorable Dial.
You want to have a country where there are no laws?
How do you how is this applied?
I keep
how is this power going to be applied?
Wait, let us correct this notion.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, it is not as if this request, the emergency power request, it is not as if it's going to suspend all the laws. You see, look, this is just a single bill that intends, if passed by the House. Don't let us be biased here. Don't let us misinform.
I am a lawyer. I cannot.
It is not as if
suspend the law.
Listen, we are not saying we are suspending law. It's seeking for power to do other things within the confines of the law. Is it areas of the law that is having an issue? I'll give you wait. You keep saying wait. Now let me now. If you like, note down your point. Note down your point. Now you talked about procurement law.
Yeah.
Now in Lagos State, the procurement law in Lagos State allows for 30% down payment. And that of the National Assembly, the Act, was looking at only 15%. Only recently they increased it to 25%. But even at 25%, the federal government, with this proposed bill, what the federal government is seeking for now is to allow for amendment up to 50%. So that when you have 50% mobilization, you can actively sit down, do your job. This bill is seeking to protect local investors. Now, I know you always raise the issue of, the area where local investors need to be protected, because if you put all of them on the same plane, the foreign investors who comes in, they will outbid the Nigerian investor, and that is why the federal government is seeking, look, let us allow our people to enjoy this money. Even when you borrow money into the economy, the foreign nationals, the foreign companies, they will come and take advantage of this. And that is what that is why Mr. President is looking at
and the current laws right now that protect all
right of response.
It's not. Yeah.
Olu, right of response. Right of response.
You don't want to respond.
Right of response, please, so that we don't these issues as they are hot. Let me take them one after the other.
We are here.
He said the president is asking for powers to do certain things within the ambit of the law. Do you need extra powers to do things that are already within the law? You don't need it.
He's seeking to amend certain. You keep saying, don't misinform and confuse people.
That's what I'm saying. What the president is asking for is amend the law, suspend the application of these laws. Let's not misinform.
He's not suspending the application of all the laws. He's amending certain sections of it.
Let me give an example. If clearly I understand what's going on here. The former governor of Lagos State, Minister Babátúndé Fáṣọlá, was the governor of the state. Yeah. And we saw how he tried to make a lot of changes in the state. And even when he goes on unscheduled visits to where contractors are building or working on road or something, he makes an unscheduled visit there and tells them, when were you supposed to complete, for instance? He says, next week. And from what I'm seeing, can you complete next week? He says, no. If you don't complete this thing in fact, this week, you lose your job.
You know why that is possible?
No, hold on. That's what I'm saying. I'm coming. And he gets things done, right? And we see changes. And we see the progressive changes that we saw in Lagos State. But as a minister, now, whether with one portfolio or 3 caps, he wants to do something about power, for instance. I want to believe he's done his due diligence about understanding the power problems in Nigeria, which is why, if you notice, he's not said so much about power. That's right. But he's trying to do certain things, because I report energy. And I said, it seemed like he wants to take action, but he cannot take action. Because of the processes.
Olu,
can that be correct? Is that what we're discussing?
That is why Wole Soyinka said you must set forth at dawn. You must set forth at dawn. If you wait to set forth at midday, you would have left 12 hours behind.
Do you suppose that he's been slowed down by the processes?
Even they have argued that these processes were not asking that they be amended because it is not good to be amended. They are put in place to ensure that due processes are duly followed so that there won't be abuses. Take, for example, you give a contract of 3 billion naira. We all represent contractors also. 25% down payment is about 400 and something billion. You give a million, 400 something million. You give a man such money. There's what we call milestones. To whom much is given, I consistently say, much is expected. I give you 10 naira. Once you satisfy me that you have used this 10 naira judiciously, even in contract processes, once a certificate of completion of that stage is given, another 10% is released. But in this case,
because you have no idea of the workings of government,
I will answer you ask me a question. They say, when trees fall on trees, wait, when trees fall on trees, first the topmost are removed. 25% have been released to you. You have not even worked that. You have not. Okay, let's even say 15%. You have not worked 15% worth. You have not worked 15% worth. You're saying, give me 50%. And that 50%, the reason for the fact that that 15% is there is because of abuses. And now, coming to the issue of Fashola in Lagos, we know, with all due respect to the Honorable here, we know the way state houses of assembly functions.